You didn't land here by chance. This moment was written in the stars just for you. Something deep within you, something ancient and powerful, drew you here because your spirit is ready for what's coming. Everything you've been sensing lately, the urge for change, the hunger for more, the pull towards something greater, it's all been leading up to this. You've been prepared in silence, shaped by struggle, refined through delay. But tonight, the shift begins. This isn't just another message, it's a spiritual appointment, a divine moment tailor-made for your breakthrough. If you've been asking for a sign, this is it. The energy around you is shifting. Your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't even entered yet. Doors are opening, the atmosphere is clearing, and your spirit knows it's time. So before we dive into what's about to change your life, lock in with me. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and drop 55 in the comments to declare to the universe, I'm ready. Not kind of ready, not almost ready. Fully aligned and open for everything that's already mine. You've waited long enough. Now watch what happens when purpose and divine timing collide. Let's begin. Stay connected to the message. Hit subscribe now and step into your purpose. Your journey starts today. There are moments that pass like whispers, and then there are moments that roar with divine timing. This is the latter. You've been walking through uncertainty, carrying the weight of unanswered prayers and silent battles, but tonight marks a shift unlike anything before. This is not an ordinary evening. It's a sacred turning point etched into your timeline by the very hand of destiny. If you feel the abundance of divine love filling your heart, now is the perfect time to share it. By clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $100 or more, you can help spread God's blessings far and wide. Your offering will not only touch your own life, but also reach countless souls through this platform. Each of you holds a sacred place in God's magnificent plan, and your generosity will be the answer to many prayers. Take action now. Share your blessings to honor His kingdom, for you were created to accomplish even greater works through His loving hands. May God's grace be with you. Everything you've endured, the waiting, the shedding, the aching, was preparing you for this precise moment. The heaviness that once seemed unbearable was not in vain. It was stretching your capacity to hold something greater. And now, that greater is here. You are standing on the threshold of your highest unfolding, and what's about to be unlocked in your life will echo through every corner of your future. This is a divine alignment unfolding in real time. You are being invited to shed the remnants of past wounds, to silence the noise of doubt, and to stand open-hearted before a new dawn. The invitation isn't subtle, it's electric. It's asking for your full presence, your complete surrender, and your deepest trust. Because transformation doesn't ask for half of you, it asks for everything. Tonight is the activation of what's been waiting beneath the surface. The light you carry is no longer content to be dormant. The healing, the clarity, the peace, it's not arriving someday, it's here, it's now. And you don't need to chase it, you only need to be willing to receive it. The shift is not coming for you, it's coming through you. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Let the layers fall. Let the striving rest. What's unfolding tonight is not a reward for performance. It's a recognition of who you've become in the unseen. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. And this elevation is not just spiritual, It's total. It will reshape how you speak, how you walk, how you see yourself, and how the world sees you. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. Just like a seed buried beneath the soil, hidden, unseen, and pressed down by the weight of the earth. Your struggle wasn't a sign that God forgot about you. It was proof He was planting you for something greater. You weren't buried. You were planted. And tonight, chosen one, you are beginning to bloom. The struggle was the setup. The resistance was the refinement. Every delay, every closed door, every sleepless night was heaven's way of preparing the soil of your life for this exact moment. You see, breakthrough isn't always loud. It doesn't always come with fireworks and flashes. Sometimes it comes in stillness, a quiet inner knowing that something has shifted. And that shift is here. Tonight isn't ordinary. This isn't just another evening on the calendar. This is a divine turning point, a moment when your entire spiritual alignment is stepping into its rightful place. You've been pressing, praying, holding on when it didn't make sense. And now you're stepping into what's been waiting for you all along. Not just a moment of relief, but a deep, irreversible transformation in your spirit, your energy, and your direction. That longing you felt for connection, for clarity, for overflow, it's not out there in some distant future. It's already been drawn to you. You're not chasing it anymore. You're becoming the kind of person that receives it. Breathe deep. Stand tall. Roll your shoulders back. You are not who you used to be. The old you was built for survival. This version of you, it's built to thrive. You've been pruned, not punished. Every rejection was redirection. Every heartbreak was holy work. And now, the door isn't just opening, it's already open. Take a moment and feel that. Close your eyes and let it settle in your chest. You've entered sacred territory. This is the night when everything within you comes into agreement with everything above you. The night heaven and earth kissed over your destiny. The moment you finally said yes. And yes matters, because when you say yes to God's timing, you say yes to healing, to favor, to divine flow. You say yes to what's already yours by spiritual inheritance. You've been sensing it, haven't you? That low hum in your soul. That quiet knowing that something big was about to happen. That wasn't your imagination. It was preparation. God was tuning your heart to hear the rhythm of His plan. That tension you've been feeling inside, that wasn't anxiety. That was your spirit stretching. That was your faith being built in the silence. Because the pause wasn't punishment. It was positioning. The divine wasn't making you wait just to test you. He was maturing you. He was aligning what you've been praying for with who you're becoming. Because God doesn't just want to bless you. He wants you to be ready to carry it. Tonight, the atmosphere has shifted. It's thick with destiny. The moment is ripe, and you are no longer being called to wait. You're being called to move. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. The windows of heaven are open. Your name is echoing through eternity. And the only thing left to do is step forward in faith. Let this be the night you tell yourself, I will no longer live in delay. Let this be the night you lay down every burden, every lie, every story that told you you're not enough. And you walk boldly into your next season with your head held high and your heart wide open. Let this be the night where you don't just hope for change, but you become the change. Because when divine timing collides with a willing heart, nothing can stop what's been set in motion. You're stepping into favor. You're stepping into overflow. You're stepping into you, chosen one. The version of yourself that's been waiting just beneath the surface, ready to rise. So walk through that open door. The light is already shining. Your table is already set, and heaven is already celebrating. Tonight isn't just your breakthrough, it's your becoming. This isn't a moment to observe, it's a moment to engage. You're not being invited to wish or to hope, you're being summoned to participate. The transformation you've prayed for isn't locked behind fate. It's waiting at the threshold of your readiness. And readiness isn't passive. It's a choice, one you make through action, through intention, through the clearing of old residue that no longer serves who you're becoming. Tonight carries a sacred weight because it demands your full presence. You don't get to tiptoe into this shift. You have to step in, fully, boldly, cleansing the space within you so that what's meant for you has room to land. This is about more than desire. It's about willingness. The willingness to release what's been familiar, even if it's been painful. The willingness to let go of control so that something higher can take its place. And here's the truth many avoid. Transformation begins with release. You can't bring new light into a cluttered soul. What you've been holding, resentments, regrets, unspoken pain, has no place in the life you're stepping into. Forgiveness isn't just an act of kindness, it's an act of liberation. When you forgive, you make room. When you forgive, you expand your capacity to receive what's always been yours. Dear brothers and sisters, may the peace of God fill your hearts today. I come to remind you of a profound truth. Our lives are firmly established in God's divine purpose, untouched by the fleeting worries of this world. As Scripture tells us, give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. Luke 6:38. Like the mighty oak whose roots are planted deep in rich soil, our foundation is anchored in God's eternal truth. Every move we make, every stand we take, is upheld by His enduring strength. Today, you have the opportunity to participate in this divine blessing. By clicking the Super Thank You button and offering a gift of $50, you will sow into a harvest that will return to you many times over in God's abundant grace. But forgiveness isn't just outward. You are also being called to look inward with compassion, to acknowledge your own missteps without judgment, to offer yourself the same grace you've withheld, to say, I release myself from the cage of guilt, and mean it. This is part of your preparation. This is part of your activation. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. You're not standing at the edge of your old life. You're standing at the entrance of the one you've been preparing for. But the key is your yes. Not a silent, hesitant yes, but a clear, deliberate yes, rooted in surrender and trust. This is not just about receiving blessings, it's about being the blessing. And it starts with how you show up tonight. Cleanse your space. Speak your intentions aloud. Write down what you're ready to let go of. Pray, breathe, cry if you need to. Just don't let this night pass untouched. The divine is moving. All that's required now is that you meet it with an open spirit and a ready heart. This isn't the end of the waiting. This is the beginning of everything you've been waiting for. You've been holding space for something greater, and now that sacred shift is upon you. But you can't just reach for it with your hands. You have to make space for it in your heart. This moment isn't simply about wishing for blessings. It's about preparing to carry them. Desire is the spark, but readiness is the fire. The doors to abundance are swinging open, but you can't walk through them holding yesterday's weight. The universe doesn't just respond to longing, It responds to alignment. And right now, the only thing standing between you and the next level of your life is whether or not you're willing to surrender what no longer serves your growth. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. So pause, get honest. What parts of you are still clinging to pain disguised as protection? What thoughts are still whispering that you're unworthy of peace? That doubt, that resentment, that fear, it's been your armor for too long. But tonight, it's time to lay it down. This is the invitation to unburden yourself, to clear the space for joy, love, and divine overflow, to finally find a place to land. You've done the work, you've faced the fire, but now comes the most courageous step of all: release. Releasing the old narratives, releasing the grudges that have hardened your spirit, releasing the belief that holding on makes you stronger. True strength is soft. It forgives, it frees, it flows. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means remembering yourself beyond the pain. And forgiveness isn't approval, it's permission. Permission for you to heal. Permission to walk in peace without dragging the wreckage behind you. The chains you unfasten tonight aren't just symbolic, they're spiritual. And every time you choose peace over punishment, you reclaim power. This shift isn't only about receiving, it's about rising. Blessings need space to breathe, and the clearest hearts are the ones that receive the most. So cleanse your mind, empty your soul of bitterness, open the windows of your spirit, and let grace flood in. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. And the elevation coming to you requires a lighter load. It's time to stop surviving the past and start embodying the future. Your next season is already waiting. The only question left is, will you be free enough to meet it? Tonight, don't just ask for the blessing, become the person who's ready to hold it. Let your release be your declaration. I am open. I am aligned. I am ready. You've walked through valleys. You've whispered prayers into the silence, and you've held your vision close, even when the world offered none. That kind of perseverance doesn't go unnoticed. What you're stepping into now is not a coincidence. It's the moment that everything has been building toward. This is your divine acceleration, and it begins now. The atmosphere around you is shifting. You can feel it in the stillness, in the way your soul leans forward. This breakthrough isn't just an answer to your prayers, it's a reflection of your readiness. Every trial, every delay, every inner battle has prepared you for this exact moment. You're about to cross a threshold, not just into opportunity, but into a new frequency of living. What's happening tonight is more than emotional, it's energetic. There is a recalibration of your inner field, a surge of power awakening inside you that's been dormant, waiting for your permission to rise. Your spirit is no longer hidden, it's becoming magnetic. That inner clarity you've been longing for is sharpening. The sense of self you thought you lost is returning with force, and with it comes a gravitational pull. People will feel it. They won't know why they're drawn to you, but they will be. You are becoming a beacon. You'll notice that your presence carries a different kind of influence now, not forced, not loud, but undeniable. The peace you exude, the conviction in your energy, the calm in your gaze, it will echo far beyond what words can say. You won't need to chase what's meant for you. You'll attract it with your alignment. But this shift isn't only spiritual, it's physical. Your body is catching up to your transformation. The tension is releasing. The fatigue is lifting. The dullness that weighed you down is being replaced with light. There's a glow that begins to emerge, not painted on, but radiating from within. Your posture changes. Your steps feel firmer. You breathe more deeply, as though your lungs have more space. That's the energy of freedom settling into your cells. This isn't superficial change, it's cellular, a rebirth at the level of essence. Your reflection will shift not because you're trying to look different, but because you've become different. And people will see it. They'll sense that something in you has been touched by something greater, and they'll feel safer just by being near you. So breathe it in. Let your body respond to the signal your spirit has already received. This is your elevation, felt in your energy, seen in your light, and lived in your presence. What begins now will not fade. It will multiply. Because you're not just stepping into change, you are embodying transformation, fully, radiantly, unapologetically. You've endured storms not everyone could weather, and through it all, something powerful has been growing inside you, a sacred stillness ready to be awakened. Now, in this very moment, that quiet force is rising. What's coming isn't chaos. It's peace so deep it silences the noise that once shook you. You are stepping into a serenity that isn't borrowed from the world. It's built from within. But to rise into this next level, a release is required. Holding on to wounds that once protected you will now only weigh you down. Forgiveness is not surrendering to what hurt you. It's reclaiming the energy that was stolen by it. It's closing the door on pain without carrying it into your future. And tonight, that release becomes your liberation. What you're shedding isn't weakness. It's the armor that no longer fits the warrior you've become. Once you release what's been binding you to the past, you'll feel something shift. It starts subtle, like a change in breath, a clarity in thought, a softening in your chest. But it grows. The peace that enters isn't temporary. It anchors you, and people will notice. They won't understand it at first, but they'll feel it. Your energy, unshaken. Your presence, magnetic. You won't need to prove your growth. The stillness in your eyes and the steadiness in your voice will do the speaking. You'll begin to attract what aligns with your healed self. Relationships marked by authenticity, opportunities that resonate with purpose, and a new rhythm to your days that feels effortless instead of forced. And this glow, it won't just be spiritual. Your physical self will begin to reflect the harmony within. A lightness in your movement, a new brightness in your expression, the kind of glow that can't be faked, only earned by deep, sacred transformation. This rise isn't about revenge, it's about radiance, the kind that doesn't shout to be seen, but shifts the atmosphere by simply existing. Those who once doubted you will be silenced, not by your words, but by your results. And still, your heart will hold no grudge, because peace, once claimed, has no appetite for bitterness. You're not just stepping into alignment, you're stepping into legacy. And nothing anyone said or did can stop what's unfolding now. You've risen from what was meant to break you. And from this moment forward, your very existence becomes evidence of what divine elevation looks like. You've been stretched, tested, and refined, and now the atmosphere is shifting around you. This isn't a random occurrence. It's a divine appointment designed specifically for your elevation. Everything you've endured wasn't meant to break you. It was preparing you for this very threshold. What once looked like delay was divine choreography, aligning every moment to lead you here. A turning point has arrived, and it carries the weight of destiny. This isn't a gentle invitation. It's a roaring call to rise. There's no more waiting on signs or confirmations. The alignment is now, the breakthrough is active, and the door that once seemed shut has begun to swing open. You don't need more time. You need to move with clarity, with courage, with full awareness that hesitation will cost you more than risk ever could. Transformation doesn't come through passive hope. It demands presence. It calls you to lean in. You're not here by accident. You've been summoned. That deep tug in your chest, that's your spirit, recognizing the window you've been waiting for. But remember, windows close, and this one is wide open for a moment. What you choose in this moment determines what unfolds in the next. Now is the moment to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. With a donation of $100 or more, you can actively participate in His divine mission and contribute to His greater plan. Every offering you make reflects the boundless generosity of God, and I trust it will return to you abundantly, far exceeding your hopes. Always remember, His protection and blessing accompany your every step and every act of giving. You are a vital part of His sacred design. You are strong and radiant, steadfast like His mighty rock. Experience God's miracles, feel the rewards of your generosity deep within your soul, and shine your light with boldness and faith. May you be richly blessed, and may the light of the Lord continually guide your journey. Everything you've overcome has deposited strength inside you. Your trials have sharpened your sight. Your tears have watered the ground beneath your future. Now comes the harvest, but you must gather it with both hands. The universe is no longer whispering, it's declaring, it's time. This is your inflection point. You can't afford to linger at the edge. Release the narratives that have kept you playing small. Drop the weight of the fear that says you're not ready. You are. The moment has arrived. Stand in it fully. Say yes to what's already reaching for you. Elevation doesn't wait, and neither should you. Tonight isn't a scene from your old story. It's the opening of a brand new chapter, one where everything shifts, because you decided to rise when the calling came. And now, all that's left is to answer it with boldness. Are you ready to walk through the door that only opens once? Because destiny is not delayed, it's knocking. Right now, something in you already knows. This isn't just another evening, it's a sacred turning point. You've been stretched, shaped, and tested for this exact hour. What once felt like endless waiting was actually divine groundwork. Now, the stage is set. But elevation doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. If you want to rise, you must choose it. No more standing at the edge. No more hoping change will come knocking. This is the moment to meet it, with both hands and a willing spirit. What's arriving in your life is more than a blessing. It's a complete shift of identity, vision, and vibration. But to receive what's new, you must clear space. Carrying old fears, unresolved resentment, or limiting stories will block what's been trying to reach you. This isn't just about dreaming bigger, it's about surrendering the outdated version of yourself. That version can't go where you're headed. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. This divine moment is sacred, not because it was promised, but because it's rare. There are moments when everything aligns, when the veils lift and the opportunity to evolve rushes in like a wind. This is one of them. Don't wait to be ready. Decide that you already are. Readiness is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about letting go of the weight that's not yours to carry. and trusting that what's been prepared for you is greater than what you've been holding on to. This new season demands a lighter heart and an uncluttered mind. You don't need more proof. You need more surrender. Release the energy that's kept you looped in old stories. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Set down the grudges, the shame, the inner noise. They've done their part. They taught you. Now it's time to let them go. The shift that's arriving doesn't just touch your spirit. It will ripple into your relationships, your mindset, your body, and the spaces around you. You'll feel lighter, more magnetic, more in tune, but only if you're willing to release what's been draining your power. This is your time to align, to cleanse, and to choose expansion over hesitation. Doors are opening, but they won't stay open forever. Destiny doesn't linger for long. You've been called, not because you're perfect, but because you're ready to be transformed. There's no need to chase or beg, only to rise and receive. So breathe, center yourself, step boldly into this divine flow. Everything has led you here. Don't let this rare window close while your heart still carries weight it was never meant to hold. Let it fall away. Let the past become a whisper. Let the future unfold as it was always meant to, through your courage, your clarity, and your choice. This is not just your breakthrough, it's your rebirth.